Thank you very much, William, and thank you also, Kat. And well, it's a pleasure for us to be at Hellen's Garden Festival. As you can see behind us, we've got a backdrop of Malvern Priory Park here, so that we can just make it feel like we're part of the whole thing. We are from Hemp CBD, and we're members of the British Hemp Alliance. And today our talk is going to be about hemp. We consider it to be a miracle plant. And we're going to ask the question, is hemp truly a misunderstood multiple miracle resource of our time? My name's Craig Trafford.
And I'm Paula Trafford.
And together we run the company. It's a small business, Malvern-based, called becalmercbd.com. So both Paula and myself are natural holistic health practitioners. That's our first level of qualification and area of expertise. Combined, we have roughly about 60 years experience between us in this particular field. And Paula will perhaps explain a little bit about who she is, where she comes from.
Yes, hello. So I am an aromatherapist. I'm one of the first people in the country to get a CBD qualification. So I'm qualified to blend CBD in my treatments, massage, and I can also make CBD blends and balm. And that's a course that only came out, I think it was late last year, because CBD is fairly new into this country. So I'm a natural health practitioner, Pilates teacher, and a Kumye Tibetan yoga, mindfulness and meditation teacher.
And I'm Craig. I'm energy medicine and advanced EFT practitioner, emotional freedom techniques. I'm also a kinesiologist and a stress therapist. And more recently, thanks to this COVID event, I've become more of a content creator as well. That is providing information for online consumption. Now, Becalmer CBD, the reason why CBD is going to be relevant is because it's an extract from the hemp plant, which we're going to be talking about today. So our mission at Becalmer CBD is this: to relax everybody. That's our mission. That's always been our mission as holistic therapists. And it's becoming even more important with what's going on at the moment, because our environment is overstressed. As you can see, these are areas in this particular slide that depict some of the issues that are facing us, some of the critical issues facing us in this era in which we live. And facing our environment. I don't know if many of you will remember this, but I remember when it happened. This over here on the left, this is Chernobyl. And if you remember, Chernobyl was a radioactive leak all over the area in Ukraine. And this is the kind of stuff that gets spouted out from our industrial complexes, and these are the kind of results that we're looking at. The damage to the earth, but particularly to the soil. And why we're highlighting these incidents and events and processes at the moment is going to become more apparent as we move deeper into today's talk. So stress is everywhere, and most people are overstressed, particularly now. And both Paula and myself, our love is to help people to relax on very, very deep levels, because it's by relaxing at those deep levels. And why do you walk around a garden, for example? Why do you walk in the beauty of nature? You need to relax. We need to relax. That's one of the reasons we love it so much. We love to walk around a beautiful garden. It just gives you that sense of and it kind of links you in with nature, doesn't it?
Balances you, grounds you.
Balances and grounds. And so obviously, like, walking around gardens is a fantastic thing to do. We ourselves, with our hemp-based products, as you can see down here, we're at the Fold Sunday markets. So this has been a more recent addition to our fledgling small business, which we were going to launch in April, by the way, Become a CBD, but something got in the way called COVID. So we've taken much of what we do online, seems to have responded quite well. But we do enjoy doing these Sunday markets, particularly at the Fold, because places like the Fold and Hellen's, they really care for the environment, and we like to support that in any way we can. So we like to be part of it. We like to join in and talk with people about how they work with the environment, how they work with their gardens and plants. So this is how you'll see us attired if you ever choose to come to one of the Sunday markets. So, relax everybody. How do we do that? Well, we share CBD and hemp products. We share therapeutic information. That is information on how you can care for yourself, how you can improve your immune system, which is very relevant at this time. And we also offer and create empowering educative experiences, online talks being one of them. And some of the reasons that we're doing this is because stress is killing people. It's killing families, communities, cultures, societies, nature and the environment. So much of it unnecessary. At Become CBD, we share products and processes that enable people to evoke the power of their innate relaxation response. Now, most of us are aware of the response that we have to stress, which is very much, we switch on the fight or flight syndrome. And this is going to be quite important to understand as we go deeper into this talk about the hemp plant. Most of us don't use the other side, the opposite side, the parasympathetic nervous system, in the way that we restore ourselves to balance, perhaps after an illness or perhaps on a daily basis, going through stress. So the rest and digest or rest and repair element of our immune system is incredibly important. And that's why our mission is to relax everybody, because by relaxing everybody, we can help people to become aware of that process, how important and crucial it is to rest and digest and increase your bliss. Everybody loves a kitten, don't they? We're all looking at it.
I just wanted to say, if anybody has any questions, if you write them in the chat box below, and we'll do our very best to answer them at the end. Okay.
Good point. Thank you. So how do we help people to rest and digest? How do we do that from the plant world? How do we personally do it, Paul and myself? Well, a few years ago, we made a discovery for our own lives. We have two children, young boys with ADHD, and they were struggling, one of them particularly in the education system, and we came across this product, which is an extract of the hemp plant. And we thought, well, surely that's cannabis, is it? And actually, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It's from the cannabis sativa genus, but it's not marijuana. So it's not the stuff that gets you high. This is industrial hemp or agricultural hemp. We came across this, and we came across the drops of oil. And we experimented on ourselves and our family, and we had some fantastic results with it. So hemp, as I've just explained, is quite different from the marijuana plant, and we consider it a miracle plant. We consider it a miracle worker because it's the strongest natural fibre in the world, and it has over 50,000 different uses. I don't know if, apart from water, perhaps, you can think of any other resource that has over 50,000 different uses. We'll be showing you some of the uses in a moment or two, but that is something that really, really woke us up to the potential of the hemp plant. So not just for our own internal consumption in order to help invoke the relaxation response, but also, if we can have a resource that is fully sustainable and natural, why not use it? Now, if you look at this picture here, we'll leave this up for a moment or two. You can see that some of the 50,000 uses are in textiles, building materials, body care, industrial textiles, paper and foods. You can see that there are lots and lots of different uses. And in fact, in this country, in the times of King Henry VIII, it was illegal not to grow hemp. If you had a small holding or a garden, you had to grow hemp so that they could make ropes and sails for the Royal Navy, which King Henry was expanding at the time. So
even after Prohibition, when it was made illegal, when there was a Second World War, it was stopped and they said, you must grow hemp.
Yeah.
And then when the war was over, they then made it illegal again.
Yeah. Which is quite strange. There's a lot of controversy around this plant, which is another reason to be so excited about it, because, I mean, for myself, I do tend to be a bit investigative and very curious. And I think, oh, if something's being prohibited, why? Let's get deeper into it, particularly if it's a plant and it comes from nature. So evidence shows us that hemp may have been the first crop ever cultivated by mankind. So we're going back thousands of years and seeing that hemp was cultivated way back. And probably because it produces crucial resources such as food, rope, clothing, paper, housing material, fuel, etc. So there are three main core uses of this miracle plant, as we like to put it. You can eat the seeds raw. You can ground them into meal, like porridge. You can have hemp porridge. You can also make milk from it. Hemp milk's really tasty, actually, isn't it? Really nice. You can use it as a protein powder. It's a really healthy protein. And it gets pressed into oil. It can be used as paint. It can be used to make ink. And you can make body care products from it. And these are just a few. We're just scratching the surface here. So seeds is one of the main ways in which hemp is used. And bast or fibre is another way. Now, if you look at this picture, you can see where we get the whole rope thing from. And I do wonder sometimes if, you know, maybe somebody just found a hemp stalk one day, opened it up and voila, oh wow, look. What happens if we twist this? Wow, it's really strong. What happens if we put another piece onto it and tie another piece onto it? Wow, it's really strong. This is really good stuff. Let's make a bridge, etc. So this comes from inside the sliced stalks, and it's stronger than steel. Hard to believe, but it's actually stronger than steel. And it's used to make apparel, bags, rope, canvas, carpet, netting, and so on, so forth. So when you see the old dinghies out sailing, all those wonderful sailing ships in some Turner paintings, they've all got hemp. They're packed with hemp. The other main core use is the hurd, also known as the shiv. So it's the woody core, the stem. It's high in cellulose and it has thermal and acoustic properties. So it's used in cement, insulation, paper, and pulp for biodegradable plastics. So we're talking about one of the most incredibly sustainable plants on the planet. It's a very, very friendly plant. There you go, there's a sample of some of the rope. I'm sure you've all seen twine like this and used twine like this at some time in life. This is a car door made from hemp. So it's a moulded car door made from hemp, 10 times stronger than steel. Henry Ford had a dream of building cars from hemp and of powering cars from hemp. Interestingly, didn't quite get there because I think the oil lobby was so strong at the time. Of course, that's another controversial arena. And there's a lovely dressing gown made from hemp. This is a house made from hemp. So the bricks, I don't think the windows are made from hemp, but the bricks and all the other parts of the house made entirely from hemp. So I think this is the one of the first of its kind made by the Dunagro Hemp Group in Holland.